Myself, M.A.Mahant, working in Computer Science and Engineering Department as an assistant professor in Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Today we are going to discuss the subject business intelligence. In that subject, we are going to discuss one topic, that is representation of decision making system. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, students will be able to describe about representation of decision making system. Representation of decision making system. In this, it is also called as a DSS, means decision support system or decision making system. So decision support system is a real time decision making tool where data models and software are used in partnership with individuals to generate efficient solutions. It combines the numerous data inputs and offers methodological approaches to evaluation, modeling, and display of the information to facilitate decision making in case of the system's challenging issues. Representation means how a decision making process inputs, alternatives, and outcomes are expressed or modeled. It transforms a real world problem into a structural form that can be analyzed, compared, or solved using logical, mathematical, or computational tools. The block diagram of decision making system is given below. So first part is input, where we can input the data in structural format or unstructured format. Then we are defining the problem statement. Then we are defining the alternatives of that problem statement. The next output of this input phase is given to the information processing, where the data analysis can be done and evaluation can also be done. So after that, next step is decision making. Here we can make the number of techniques or different options for information processing. We have to choose the best option from that number of options, and we are going for the implementation and the action. Here in implementation, we are implementing different techniques, methods, or algorithms, and we are performing some operations here, and we are taking the action on that data. Then final step is given to the feedback, where results are observed. Then we are going for the more learning things here, and any lacunas remaining, then we are making the corrections here in the feedback. So this is the block diagram of decision making system, where first phase is input, second phase is information processing, third is decision making, fourth is implementation and action, and fifth one is feedback. Method of representations. Different ways to represent decision making system include mathematical representation, where equations, probability models, optimism functions can be defined. For example, linear programming for resource allocation. Next is graphical representation. Here some graphs, just like decision trees, influence diagram, flow charts are given, useful for sequential or hierarchical decisions. Next is tabular representation, where some payout matrices, game theory, some decision table for structured choices are defined. Next is logical representation. Here some if-then rules, Boolean logic, some common in expert systems are applied. Next is computational representation. Here some algorithm, simulation model, AI/ML models are used, and also used in modern decision support system. Example of decision making system. First is conceptual representation. Here it focuses on basic elements of decision making. So decision making is most important part of this conceptual representation system. So here first step is problem or goal identification. So here first we have to identify what is the need of the problem, or recognizing what needs a decision. The second step is alternative generation. Here we are going to see listing of possible courses of action. Here we can check out different options, different techniques here. Then we are coming for the evaluation criteria. Here we are defining some parameters, just like cost, benefit, risk, time of that methodology or of that algorithm or of that method. Next step is decision selection. Here we are choosing most suitable alternative. We are choosing a proper optimizing method, techniques, or algorithm for solving that problem. Then we are going for implementation and feedback. Finally, acting on decision and reviewing outcomes. Here we are going to see the results, we are going to see the learnings and making some corrections in the feedback. So actually implementation can be taken place in this phase. Characteristics of decision support system. Interactive interface. The graphical user interface is also user friendly, hence users can interact with the DSS decision support system easily in inputting their data and get the desired output. Next character is data integration. It gets information from various sources like DBMS, data marts, data warehouses, and even data feeds to have the complete data when processing data. Next characteristic, support for semi-structured or unstructured decision. So decision support system on the other hand is intended for usage in cases where the decision making process is not highly recognized, as in case of traditional management info system. Next characteristic, analytical models and tools. So DSS has also tool for analyzing data and making recommendations. This tool can range from statistical analysis, forecasting, optimization and simulation models. Components of decision support system. The first component, database or knowledge base. So the documentation subsystem of decision support system can be called database, since it is responsible for the accumulation of necessary data that are required for the decision making process. It involves own data of the organization, that is transaction data, records, customer data, etc., and external data sources, trends, economic data or data the competitor, etc. The purpose, data storage and integration. The database employs multiple heterogeneous to put together various data, which is crucial when analyzing the interconnectivity of the fields in question. Data quality and consistency. It provides the data consistency so that information generated before and after the is correct and in timeline. Accessibility enables the efficient access and handling on information for use by decision makers and other supporting systems. Example, in the case of retail decision support system, the database could contain past selling details, current and past stock record, customers attributes and macro trends. The next is model or decision context and user criteria. The model component is therefore the constitute the knowledge-based decision support system that contains all logical and functional elements of decision support apparatus. It comprises several models, algorithms, and methods which analyze data and turn into valuable information and decision support proposals. Such models can be simple and statistical model to a more complex of optimization models and even simulation tools. Purpose. Analysis and predictions. It involves the use of models to examine data to find relationship to be of great help to the decision makers. Scenario evaluation. They enable post-processor event-based analysis and drive scenario on results about set parameters by the users. Optimization. Decision models help in determining the best choice out of all the available options based on certain measures that laid down before choosing them, such as cost effectiveness and risk factors. Example, whereas financial decision support system may contain models like forecasting models to show a future balance of cash, risk evaluation and models of portfolio. Third is component is user interface. The user interface component is way by which user execute control over the decision support system and the model through which communication is done. It offers interfaces through which one can feed data, set options, perform computation, generate graphics and analyze findings. Purpose. Ease of use. Regarding the user interface, it is laid down to be very accessible and should not require IT support for its users. Visualization and reporting. They come in the format of charts, graphs, reports and dashboards that make it easier the user to understand the data analysis figures and thus aid in decision making. Interactivity enables more data and scenario exploring features and enables user to go into the detail and the weak values of real time. Example, healthcare decision support system may include a click map of a patient body showing their overall state and an opportunity to input the patient symptoms and get some suggestions on the treatment based on the analysis of previous cases. Think and write. Just I am asking question to all the students here to give one of the option among the 4 options. Dash is a real-time decision-making tool where data models and software are used in partnership with individuals to generate efficient solutions. Option A is decision support system, option B executive support system, option C executive support system, option D none of these. Pause the video and write the answer. The correct answer is decision support system. So decision support system is a real-time decision-making tool where data models and software are used in partnership with individuals to generate the efficient solutions. Advantages of decision support system: improve decision quality. So decision support system deliver detailed information of a certain subject and complex model. Therefore, they result in the more efficient, faster, and better decision. They assist manager to complete different solutions to problem and select most appropriate solution. Efficiency and speed. The decision support system involve automation of data collection and lesser reporting process. They greatly cut down the time and energy needed for decision making. This allows the faster response to change the business context and respectively to the opportunities that appear in this context. Enhance productivity. The decision support helps to cut down the decision making cycle that in turn enables the managers and employees to spend their time and efforts on other important facets. These are the references. Thank you.